of the week, normally on a Saturday, I look through the fridge and see what we need to use up. This week we had half a Chinese cabbage, some cauliflower pearls, radish, carrots and some silver beet. So I'm chopping up the cabbage here, the Chinese cabbage, and sprinkling Himalayan salt on it and soaking it in water. And then going to get the carrots and just roughly chop these. We like our kimchi to be rough and ready, and it makes it easier for me. So we're just cutting up chunks, some juliennes, and going to get that in the pot. We've got a little bit of cauliflower pearls left over. I haven't used these before in kimchi, so it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. So I have a whole radish available for our kimchi, but I'm only going to use half. That was my Jamie Oliver peeler. It's the best peeler I've ever used. I picked it up on holiday at Coles in Darwin, Northern Territory. I've given them away as gifts to many people, and they work really well. So I did buy this radish with the intention of making kimchi last weekend, but life got in the way, food prep got in the way, and eating got in the way. But it lasts well in the fridge, and I'll most likely use the other half in a curry. So just pushing down again on the cabbage to make sure the salt is getting evenly distributed. Here we have some silver beet. Again, I've not used silver beet in my kimchi recipes before, so I'm only going to put in a little bit just to see how it goes, but I think it's going to be great. Now I'm just crushing up some ginger and chili and garlic from the garden. Ginger is what makes kimchi so special. This mortar and pestle I bought when I came back from holiday. I wanted to buy one overseas, but it was just so heavy. So I bought one back at home. So the memory is still from a holiday, although purchased here. So we're just going to grind this up well. This is going to add a really nice flavour to the kimchi. So while the cabbage is soaking in the salt, I'm making a rice flour porridge. 3 tablespoons of rice flour, and just going to boil that on the stove until it gets nice and thick. Probably use maybe 1 or 2 cups of water to make this porridge. And we need to make sure the cabbage soaks for around 4 hours minimum. While that's soaking, I'm going to put all the chopped vegetables into a pot and mix in my spice paste of ginger, garlic and chili. And we're just going to stir that through. This here is a Korean chili paste. I had this left over in the fridge, so I'm going to mix this in with the vegetables. I think there's about 2 or 3 tablespoons left in this pot. But here is the secret to my kimchi, is I have a favourite sambal that I picked up in Bali, Indonesia. It's called sambal terasi, and it is seriously the best sambal that you can buy. Whenever I travel, make sure I bring home a ton of this. So we just mix all that through. I think the secret to the sambal terasi is the fact that you buy it on holiday and you're bringing a bit of your holiday home with you. Now it's time to wash the cabbage, all the salt off. It's been soaking for I think 4 or 5 hours here, and we're then going to cut it up after it's drained and mix it in with the rest of the vegetable and chili paste mix. At this point I add in the rice porridge, and that's really going to help the chili paste stick to all the cabbage and vegetables. I have started putting my kimchi straight into the jars and just really packing it in there to get out all of the bubbles. I used to ferment it in a jar, in a bowl, but I found putting them straight into the jar seems to get a better result for me. So here I just wash off any spillage, and I've made approximately 6 or so jars out of this batch, and I'm going to put it inside my dehydrator at 35 degrees for around 24 hours just to get the fermentation process kick-started, and then I'm going to pop it in the fridge and leave it for a week before we can start enjoying. Delicious.